Tragedy struck Isaiah Morah Close in Awka, Anambra State as a falling high-tension cable electrocuted a 3-year-old girl on Saturday. The cable, owned by the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company EEDC, had reportedly collapsed the day before but remained unattended despite repeated complaints. Residents claim officials of the power company demanded 30,000 naira to fix the fault. The money was allegedly paid, yet the cable was only repaired after the child's death. Eyewitnesses say the girl, who lived in an abandoned building with her mother, stepped on the life cable while returning from fetching water nearby. A resident, Uche, recounted that the girl was rushed to Awka Medical Center at Udoka Gate but was pronounced dead on arrival. He added that the power firm had attempted to locate the scene after the issue was reported via WhatsApp but failed to respond promptly. When contacted, Anambra State Police spokesperson Espitochukwu Ikenga said the command had not received any formal report of the incident. Similarly, EEDC's communications manager Emeka Eze said he was unaware of the case and would need to make inquiries. The incident has now sparked outrage among residents, who are now demanding accountability and immediate safety measures around power installations in the community. As grieving neighbors mourn the avoidable death, questions linger over the company's emergency response protocol and whether it failed a vulnerable community. This is rather sad. Why do bad things happen before we take action? What are your thoughts on this report?
Well, just ask a question. Why do bad things happen before people take action? Yeah, the reason why it's like that is because we no longer put people's life first. And what happens here now, if I am asked to give my own opinion on this issue, the penalty, see, the company in charge of that power station, need to be sued. You need to sue them for the life of their child. Because in all this attention you see, once anything happens to it, there's an indication, an indicator of something that happened. Even if aside the indicator, it indicating from the station that there's a fallout somewhere.
Yes.
Now the people of the community has voluntarily,
they have called for them to come. They did not show up. They now paid the said money.
Apart from being called,
right?
Because the money they paid was contributed. They didn't just dip in and bring that money out.
Right.
For you to respond, to give swift response towards that. Remember, it's an high tension, not a low tension. And even if you don't want to come, why don't you switch that line off, knowing that it's at a danger zone? People are living around there. Even animals can be hurt. You allow it. And look at the claim. I was just going through the story, given unnecessarily useless excuses that the men of the NEPA, they went there to settle the source the matter, but they were unable to identify the location, so they have to go back. How did they get to identify the location the next day? So you can see the way things are going in this country, because nobody is yet accountable to whatever happens. Whenever you do something, you can just go.
So this lackadaisical attitude by the EEDC officials, do you think it stems out of disinterest in fixing it, or just, blatant thinking of irrelevance of human life? Like whatever happens, and there's no penalty for it.
The country itself is like a private. It's operating in the sector, in the way the company is operating right now, is operating as a private sector.
Okay.
Where the CEO determine what he does at any given time. Where he decides what to respond and what not to respond.
But then that company was set up to serve the people of
that's what I'm saying.
Electricity. So
it was set up to serve the people.
Right.
Right. But are they being checkmated? No. They wake up, tariff, there are a lot of things happening. You can imagine, look, for instance now, in a developed country, when you are not being served power,
right,
you are not supposed to pay for it. But the law they have enacted for themselves, either you use the NEPA light or not, when the month comes, at the end of the month, you must pay your bill. So a lot of things are hard. So if they can do away with that, even when you are not using the light, you pay for the bill. Even the light is under, maybe has a fault for 1 month, 2 months. When they have done repairing it at their own user time.
But that is why they brought out the whole idea of the, the prepaid meter thing.
The prepaid meter thing. Even with the prepaid meter thing, do we still have steady power? No. The prepaid meter thing they are doing, have you checked it? The hype on the prepaid meter? The way it goes? So all the things you are saying is just that it is anything that will not do me. I'm saying I just pray that God Almighty, by the mercy of God, will reprogram our minds, because we are all Nigerians. Sometimes some of these people, you see, when they were not in position, they also clamored and cried for these things. As soon as they enter, it's as if they have one spirit that controls them. Suddenly you see them change. Everybody is just looking at for avenue for business. You've collected money from this community to fix your high tension, that you are also making money out of it, and you do nothing about it until life was claimed. So the community, if there's any leader there that knows the right, I think, to me, that very power station should be sanctioned. They should take them to court. They should pay for that damage, because it's unfair. They have called you to give you information, the damage, the issue that if you look at the pole, the electric pole itself, the high tension pole, is already dilapidated already. It's not the block pole.
The sad part is
a wooden pole.
This can actually happen to anybody. When you look at civilized nations and regards how they handle power, they don't have this high tension wires and poles all over the place.
Everything is conducive.
So why do we still have that in the 21st century?
Why is it like that?
Why?
Because that place is an organized place. Our system is not organized. That place, the developed country where everything is under conduit, is because there's a ministry, there's a law that guides these things, and there's no personal interest. Everybody is working for the development, for the growth of the system, and because the system is paying everybody back fairly based on your input. But in this country, you are not paid based on your input. You are paid based on your smartness. That's what I'm saying. So everybody is trying to be smart, irrespective, in as much as you can, at the detriment of others. As long as you are smart, to serve your master and makes him be at the top, make him recover something of 100 years within a year. You become more. You are more valuable. Even when something is happening, you have the coverage. For instance, now, what will you tell me that the high tension that serve, because that high tension does not serve only that community. That high tension is not a responsibility of the community people to contribute money to fix it. It's the responsibility of the power station to rush and attend to that issue because of the delegate, because of how delicate is that particular.
Because they know how dangerous
it is. Osana, but they didn't do anything about it because they believe the people are ignorant. They don't know their right. That is why they behave. If not, if the people know their right, that station, that manager, the management, the people in that office at the time that report was given, all of them should be jailed.
Thank you so much for your insight on that report.